Janice Windward here with Midnight Arts. I painted on these shells a while ago, and I got paint on the back of them so they don't look very good on the back. So I have now taped the front off, and actually the front turned out pretty good. They turned out pretty good. Anyway, and I am now going to just pour some paint on the back. I have put in this cup a little bit of Master's Touch Brown Red and a little bit of the Master's Touch Pink, and I'm now putting some black in there, and then I'm just going to pour this over the back of these shells. I don't know how much paint I'll need. Really hoping I could pour it here and it would just run down and be just fine, but it doesn't look like it's going to want to do that. Or well, so much for that. Oh. Okay, I dripped a whole bunch on the front, so I am going to try to wipe that up right now while it's still wet, because I don't want that drip on what I painted on the front. Well, I don't know if I want to try that with these other ones or not. Oh dear, oh what a mess. Oh, I can't find my oh, whoops. I don't want that. I don't know if I've got any more in there or not. See if I can get some kind of pattern on this. Alright. I'm just gonna let that kind of run off, if it will. Alright. Okay, disaster struck. But guess what? I'm going to keep going and try it again. I don't want quite so much black. Maybe just a little bit of black in there. Actually, the color I want the most is this red-brown. That's so pretty. Okay. Maybe this will run down easier because it's already got a little bit of paint on there. Let's see. I really should get some gloves on. Okay, so now maybe that will run down a little bit easier on there. I was going through so many of these wet wipes, and that I started throwing them in my, oh, I forgot to get me a water bucket, a bucket full of water. Anyway, I started throwing them in my bucket of water, and here's a whole bunch of them that I just rinsed out and they're dry, but I didn't get them re-wet, so I'm using fresh ones tonight, but at least I can reuse some of them. And when I get done here, I'll have to hurry and get me a bucket of water to clean off all my tools and everything. Okay, we'll try this again. This is my first video where I'm actually painting with my new cameras. I had bought some new cameras. They didn't work. They just have given me fits just repeatedly, and so finally I just gave in and got some other cameras. So I have a new camera up there and a new camera over here, and so I'm trying to. So anyway, this is the first time I've done anything with these new cameras. On them, I guess, to see if it'll go down a little bit easier. This is so pretty over here. I might have to dip some cabochons in that. That's really pretty. This green over here. Okay, I do have some cabochons here that I am going to dip. Well, that's still running off. There's two little tiny ones on that. And those are so hard when they dry. And I go and I'm cleaning up the extra paint on the edges. Well, let's just say I'm a little bit clumsy. My hands don't really do the fine motor skills real well anymore. And so I'm fumbling with them and fumbling with them. They're really small. But they do turn out pretty. Alright, now here's a pair of earrings. So there's two on that one. They're a little bit bigger. So we want them to match. Alright, now I'm going to, they've sat for a little while. In fact, maybe I'll do the heat gun on them one more time. Then I'm going to move them over and probably put some of this paint up on these tile. That's really doing it way different where I put that white on underneath there. That is way different than these ones that don't have the white under there. And that's doing a pretty interesting thing there. I'm afraid to pick them up and show you though, because I might drop them again. So let me just get one of my trays over here. It's not running down quite as well as those are. And my little disaster. That turned out really good. I'll do something with these greens. This one I started to prep it to pour on it. You can't hardly see it, but there is tape right around the edges there. So maybe if I'm really careful, I don't know if I can be really careful, maybe I can get it in there without getting it on the back, then I don't have to worry about painting the back. But this is really pretty. When I pour it off of there, I can maybe pour it into a cup and use it for a background color. Can't believe I started painting without my buckets. So I could throw all of these things right into my bucket instead of having them laying out on my bench. Okay. I wish some of that darker green was still up there, but I really want to pour this excess off because I don't want it to feel the dip in the middle and dry with big lots of paint down in there. That's what I did with the others. I just sat them down and the paint kind of pooled down in the middle, and there was a lot of paint left in there. So I kind of wanted this. I decided when I did them again I was going to dump the excess paint off. I can just use this for the background on some other painting. Yeah, I can't get that dark that dark green to stay up there. Because when I pour off the excess, the dark green's what goes off. Okay. There's that one. I did, I have shadow box lights that I got for my painting station, and I thought they were supposed to get rid of the glare, but the glare is still there. And so my son told me, well, they're supposed to be tipped. You know, they're supposed to be at an angle, not straight down. I had them shining straight down on my bench. And so I tipped them. I don't know if I have them at a good enough angle, but they are now tipped so that they're kind of crossing this way, you know, across there. And I think the glare is a little bit better, but I still do have a glare. But anyway, just get this cleaned up, and I guess I'm done for the night. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share, and please come back again soon and join me painting again. And most importantly, please have a great night. Okay, here are the cabochons I did. Little teeny tiny ones. Whoops, sorry, I can't hold my camera straight. And then these are the other small ones. Oops. Figure out where I'm going here. Those and the green ones. There you go. And that's the cabochons.